Today I'm going to talk about carrier training. Lots of cats, especially as they get older, do not like their carrier, and they put up a big fuss when their owner tries to take them to the vet. And so it is really important that they become comfortable with their carriers and stay comfortable with them. And the way to do that is to have the carrier in their living area so that they get used to seeing it and they get used to going near it, exploring it, and as you can see, they're very comfortable with it. In making the carrier comfortable, be sure to have towels, toys, if they like catnip, throw a little catnip in there. All of that makes it comfortable, makes it a pleasant place, makes them want to be able to go in it and just enjoy being in there. If your cat is not comfortable with the carrier the way our kittens are comfortable with it, then you might have to kind of get them a little bit more comfortable with it by putting food in the area, getting them to come near it, and putting food a little bit closer, and putting food near the front, then eventually putting it in the back so that they go all the way in it. Our kittens are comfortable, and I'm going to lure them into the carrier with some food, I hope. We've got one kitten going in there. You gonna go in? Okay, so we have our kittens in, and they're used to the carrier. I'm just going to close the door just for a few seconds to get them used to the idea, and then I'm going to open it back up so that they know they can come out. Which, instead, we have another one who wants to go in. See how much they love it? I close it again, and each time I would do this a little bit longer. We would close it for a few seconds, then later on in the day we would do that again, and later on in the day we do it again. We do it a few days, and that way they get used to the idea that they can, if they want, come out. And Dusty was in there playing with a toy, and they've gone back in to play with toys. They're not afraid of the fact that I closed the door. So now that we have a couple of them back in, once they're used to the door being closed, and they're not worried about that, and they don't get stressed out about that, then I'm just going to pick it up, give them that sensation of it being carried, and just move it a little tiny bit. And then open the door again. And during this whole time there is food in there. Although the food seems to be now gone, they've eaten it all. But that meant that they were enjoying being in there. The food made it pleasant, the toys made it pleasant, the blankets made it pleasant. Hi guys. Hi girls. Once they are used to the carrier being moved in the room that they're in, then you would take the carrier to another room, and we would continue to do the different steps leading up to when they actually go to the vet. This has been a great introduction to the door being closed, the crate being moved. You see they're totally comfortable. And if I was to put them back in and go on to the next step, they would be fine with that.
This has been Allison Hunter with Kitten News.
I have something else to say.
Yeah?
So you want to make sure that you take your steps slowly. I knew they were comfortable, so I was able to move on to the next step. If they hadn't been comfortable, I would not have moved on to the next step. And you also want to take it slowly to make sure that they aren't going to get scared of it. This may take a week or two with some cats. And the reason for not going on to the next steps right now is because I want them to be happy with what they've done today, and then another time we will do some other steps and they'll learn everything slowly, and it won't be traumatic. Instead it'll be like a playground.
This has been Allison Hunter with Kitten News. Dee 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 dee.